Namaste, everyone. Namaste. Please meet me at the top of your mat with your feet together touching and your hands pressing at your heart in Samastitihi, your attention pose, bringing you to attention to yourself. Bring your attention to your breath. Now on your next exhalation, constrict the back of your throat to create your Ujjayi pranayama, your victorious breath. Making a whisper sound in the back of your throat so that you can listen to your breath as it guides you through your practice today. On your following exhale, lift your pelvic floor, locking in Mula Bandha, your root lock. And then on your following exhale, lift your belly button up and back towards your spine for Uddiyana Bandha, your flying energy lock. Keeping your energy regulated throughout the class. Now gaze just beyond the tip of your nose for your gazeless gaze, your dristi. And we'll begin Surya Namaskara A, Sun Salutation A. Inhale, circle your arms overhead, look up. Exhale, fold forward, gaze beyond your nose. Inhale, come halfway up and look up. Exhale, bend your knees, plant your hands, and step your feet back to a lower push-up position, gaze out. Inhale, come onto the tops of your toes, lift your heart up and look up. Exhale, turn your toes under, lift your hips up and back, gaze between your knees or at your navel and breathe. Coming into an inversion here, so your head is below your heart, allowing all of the blood to flow down towards your head to recirculate throughout your body. Inhale, bend your knees, gaze between your thumbs. Exhale, step or hop to the top of your mat. Inhale, come halfway up and look up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up, circle your arms overhead and look up. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Again, inhale, sweep your arms up, look up. Exhale, fold forward, gaze beyond your nose. Inhale, come halfway up and look up. Exhale, bend your knees, plant your hands and step your feet back to your lower push-up position, gaze out. Inhale, come onto the tops of your toes, lift your heart, look up. Exhale, lift your hips up and back, gaze between your knees or at your navel. Breathe. Downward facing dog removes fatigue. It allows you to stretch through your legs, through your shoulders, relieving tension in your neck. Inhale, bend your knees, gaze between your thumbs so you know where you're going, and then step or hop to the top of your mat. Inhale, come halfway up and look up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up, circle your arms overhead and look up. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart. As soon as you're ready to move through your Sun Salutation A, begin at the pace of your own breath. Good work, you guys, listening to your breath, finding your edge. Your edge is that place where any more is too much and any less is not enough. Taking 5 cycles of breath here in your downward facing dog and then making your way back to the top of your mat. Nice work, you guys. Surya Namaskara B. Bend your knees. Let your hands come down to graze your mat. Inhale, circle your arms overhead and look up. Exhale, straighten your legs, fold, gaze beyond your nose. Inhale, come halfway up and look up. Exhale, plant your hands and step back to your lower push-up position. Gaze out. Inhale, come onto the tops of your toes, lift your heart, look up. Exhale, lift your hips up and back and take your right foot to plant by your right hand. Turn your back heel down. Inhale, sweep your arms up and look up. Exhale, fold forward, plant your hands, turn your back heel up and send your front leg back. Chaturanga Dandasana, lower down. Inhale, peel up, look up. Exhale, lift your hips up and back and switch sides. Plant your left foot, turn your back heel down. Inhale up. Exhale, fold. Lowering through your lower push-up, gaze out. Inhale, peel up, look up. Exhale, lift your hips up and back. Breathe. Remember that if it gets to be too much, if you've gone past your edge, then you can come down to your hands and knees and sink your hips to your heels to a child's pose. And if you would like a little bit more out of your practice in your downward facing dog, you can take hops onto your hands, coming into a handstand. But if you found enough in your downward facing dog, stay here. Inhale, bend your knees, gaze between your thumbs. Exhale, step or hop to the top of your mat. Inhale, come halfway up, look up. Exhale, fold. Bend into your knees. Inhale, sweep your arms overhead, look up. Exhale, straighten your legs, bring your hands to your heart. Again, bend your knees, let your hands come down to graze your mat. Inhale, circle your arms up and look up. Exhale, straighten your legs, fold. Gaze beyond your nose. Inhale, come halfway up and look up. Exhale, step back to your lower push-up. Gaze out. Inhale, come onto the tops of your toes, look up. Exhale, lift your hips up and back. Virabhadrasana 1, plant your right foot by your right hand, turn your back heel down. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Exhale, fold. Turn your back heel up and send your front leg back, lower through. Inhale, come to the tops of your toes, peel up, look up. Exhale, lift your hips up and back and switch sides. Good, lower through, gaze out. Inhale, come to the tops of your toes, peel up, look up. Exhale, lift your hips up and back and breathe.
What's going on? I feel like my tampon is failing me, and I just changed it. I just started today. What do I do? Go to the bathroom. Okay.
Honor your body. Still finding your edge. Inhale, bend your knees, gaze between your thumbs. Exhale, step or hop to the top of your mat. Inhale, come halfway up and look up. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees, circle your arms overhead, look up. Exhale, straighten your legs and bring your hands to your heart. As soon as you're ready to begin your sun salutation B, move at the pace of your own breath. Remember that if you get lost, you can follow your fellow practitioners and follow your breath. It's in your body. The muscle memory is there. Beautiful, everyone. As I give you adjustments today, I am not trying to fix you, I'm just helping you feel more. Again, taking 5 cycles of breath here and then making your way back to the top of your mat. Padagustasana, inhale, step your feet hips width apart. Exhale, take your hands to your hips. Inhale, look up and back. Exhale, fold forward. Take your first 2 fingers to bind your big toes. Inhale, come halfway up and look up. Exhale, fold. Gaze beyond your nose for your hand to toe pose. Breathing here, feeling your breath stimulate your digestive system, massage your abdominal organs, activating your liver and spleen here, and also in an inversion, which lifts your mood. Padahastasana, hand to foot pose. Inhale, come halfway up, look up. Exhale, slide your hands under your feet so your toes come to tickle your wrist. Inhale, come halfway up, look up. Exhale, flare your elbows, fold, gaze beyond your nose. Getting into an even deeper variation of your forward fold and counterbalancing all of your chaturangas when you had your hands in the opposing force. You can give your hands a massage with your toes. And this can also help you to move deeper into your forward fold if you feel that's right for you today. Inhale, come halfway up and look up. Exhale, take your hands to your hips. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, close the pose. Take your hands together and your feet together. Utthita Trikonasana. Inhale, turn and take a wide step out to your right. Open your arms to a T. Extended triangle pose. Turn your right foot out and your left foot in. Reach to the right till you can't anymore and take your right hand to your right shin and your left hand to the sky. Gaze beyond your left fingertips. If this is enough for you, you can stay here. If you want more from this posture, you can take your right hand to the floor or to bind your right big toe with your first 2 fingers. Balancing and strengthening your body and getting into your side body here, as well as your hips. Exhale, look down. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, switch sides, all in one smooth exhale. Exhale, look down. Inhale, rise up. And then exhale and switch sides. Turn your right foot out and your left foot in. And take your right hand to your right hip and your left hand to the sky. Square both of your hips to the back of your mat. Prasarita Trikonasana. Inhale, lift through your left hand. Exhale, fold forward. Take your left hand to your right shin and your right hand to the sky. Exhale, look down. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, switch sides. Parvrita Utthita Trikonasana, your revolved triangle pose, getting into your twist. Balancing and strengthening your body and bringing elasticity to your spine. Exhale, look down. Inhale, rise up. Open your arms to a T, and then close the pose. Come to Samastitihi. Uttita Parsvakonasana. Inhale, turn and take a wide step out to your right. Open your arms to a T. Extended side angle pose. Turn your right foot out and your left foot in. Bend into your right knee and take your right forearm to your right thigh and your left arm overhead to gaze beyond your left fingertips, feeling a long line of energy through your left side body. If this is enough for you, stay here. If you would like more, you can take your right hand to the inside or the outside of your right foot to the floor, or you can take a bind, taking your right hand to the inside of your right thigh and bringing your left arm around back to find fingertips. Still gazing out. Release your bind if you're in a bind. Exhale, look down. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, switch sides. This posture is slimming to your side body. It's toning. It's strengthening your abdominals, bringing elasticity to your hips. Giving yourself the same thing that you did on the other side, practicing upekkha, equanimous movement. Nice breathing, everyone. Release your bind. Exhale, look down. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, switch sides. Parvrita, Uttita, Parsvakonasana. Turn your right foot out and your left foot in. Take your hands to press at your heart center. Bend into your right knee. Square your hips to the back of your mat. Inhale to prepare and to lengthen through your spine. And exhale, take your left elbow to your right knee. Getting into an even deeper twist here. Continuing to square your hips to the back of your mat and to lengthen through your spine and reach out through the tips of your ears. Make a connection through your palms. Exhale, look down. Inhale, rise up, open your arms to a T, and then switch sides. This time squaring everything to the front of your mat. When you take these twists, you stimulate your natural detoxification process. Exhale, look down. Inhale, rise up, open your arms to a T. Exhale, close the pose, Samastitihi. Prasarita Padottanasana, letter A. Inhale, turn and take a wide step out to your right. Open your arms to a T. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, come halfway up and look up. Exhale, fold. Bring your hands, shoulders width apart and line your fingers up with your toes. Pressing into the earth, down and forward. Keeping your spine extended, feeling a stretch through your legs. And an inversion. If this is enough for you, stay here. If you would like to take a tripod headstand, if that's in your practice, you can bring your head down to the mat and your hands in a triangle and lift through your legs, being mindful here. Releasing from your headstand if you're there. Everybody, inhale, come halfway up, look up. Exhale, take your hands to your hips. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, ground and root down through your feet. Open your arms to a T. Letter C, bring your hands behind you. Clasp your hands. Inhale, lift your head and your heart. Exhale, fold. Let your arms come overhead as much as is available for you today, remembering that your edge is a sliding scale and it's different every day. Gazing beyond the tip of your nose, keeping this disciplined practice of attention, strengthening your eyes. While you're in this posture, you're relieving tension in your shoulders as well as your legs. Let a big inhale lift you all the way up. Exhale, take your hands to your hips. Ground and root down through your feet. Inhale, open your arms to a T. Letter D, lift your head and your heart. Exhale, fold. Take your first two fingers to bind your big toes. Inhale, come halfway up and look up. Exhale, flare your elbows and fold. Gaze beyond your nose. Allowing yourself to give yourself an adjustment. So if it feels like it's enough, then soften around your edge here. If you feel like you could take a little bit deeper of a fold, then utilize your bind and flare your elbows and extend through your spine. Inhale, come halfway up, look up. Exhale, release your hands to your hips. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, root down through your feet. Open your arms to a T. And then close the pose, come to Samastitihi. Parshvatanasana. Inhale, turn and take a not so wide step out to your right. Open your arms to a T. Turn your right foot out and your left foot in and take your hands behind you to either press together in prayer or to hook opposite elbows. If you're pressing your palms in prayer, let your fingers face the ceiling. Square your hips to the back of your mat. Inhale, lift through your chest, lift your head. Exhale, fold over your straight leg. Gaze at your toes. Keeping your spine long. Feeling the warmth that you've created through your practice. And as you begin to utilize it, inhale, rise up. Exhale, switch sides, keeping your hands where they're at. Pivot your bones. Gazing at your toes. Feeling how that keeps your spine long and noticing what comes up here, what you're feeling throughout your practice. Inhale, rise up. Open your arms to a T to the right side of your mat. And then close the pose to Samastitihi. Utthita Hasta Padangusthasana, extended hand to toe pose. Step your feet hips width apart. Ground and root down through your feet. Exhale your hands to your hips. And then inhale, take your right knee into your chest with your right hand. If it's in your practice to bind your right big toe with your first two fingers, you can take a bind with your right big toe. And let your leg come out in front of you. Inhale, open your leg to the right. Exhale, gaze to the left. Now walk your leg out in front of you, bring in your hands to walk up the back of your right leg and invite your leg in for a kiss. And then keep your leg extended and lifted. Take both of your hands to your hips and point or flex your toe. Rather than leaning back, lean a little forward so your body's in one line. Keep lifting through your right leg. Inhale, lift a little more. Exhale, close the pose. Inhale, step your feet hips width apart. Exhale your hands to your hips and switch sides. Give yourself whatever you did on the other side. Remember to welcome the wobbles, to love every piece of this journey as you strengthen your body, being kind to yourself. Inhale, open to the left. Exhale, gaze to the right. Walk your hands up the back of your leg as you bring your leg in and invite it in for a kiss. Show it some real true love. Keep it lifted and extended out in front of you. Take both of your hands to your hips. Keep lifting through your leg and lifting through your spine. Engaging your core. Y'all are doing awesome. Inhale, everybody, lift a little more. Exhale, close the pose. Bring your hands to press at your heart and your feet together to touch. We'll move after your balancing posture. Let it feel good. Let it feel like hallelujah feels like to you. Inhale, sweep your arms overhead. Look up. Exhale, fold forward. Gaze beyond your nose. Inhale, come halfway up and look up. Exhale, step your feet back to a lower push-up position. Gaze out. Inhale, come to the tops of your toes. Lift your heart up. Exhale, lift your hips up and back. Bend your knees, gaze between your thumbs, and step or hop to the top of your mat. Bring your feet together to touch. Bend into your knees. Utkatasana, your chair pose. Circle your arms overhead. Breathe. Tucking your tailbone, reaching through your arms. This posture gets rid of stiffness in your neck. It engages every muscle in your body. Equally strengthening your legs. Exhale, maybe sink a little deeper. Inhale, rise up, maybe reach back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come halfway up and look up. Exhale, step or hop to your lower push-up position. Gaze out. Inhale, come to the tops of your toes. Peel up, look up. Exhale, lift your hips up and back. Take your right foot to plant by your right hand. Turn your back heel down. Virabhadrasana 1, Warrior 1. Inhale, circle your arms up, gaze up. You have options here. You can clasp your hands and let your index fingers point up, or you can just press your palms together, or you can spread wide through your fingers and let your palms be apart. Your intensity is in your front bent knee, so if you want more intensity, bend your knee a little more. If you want less intensity, come out of your front knee. Move to that place that is your edge. Keep your arms and your gaze lifted and pivot your bones to the other side. Bending into your left knee as much as is available for you. Squaring both of your hips to the back of your mat. This is strengthening your lower body and your upper body. Also relieving stiffness in your neck and your upper back. Strengthening you here as you are all warriors. Exhale, open your arms to a T to the right side. Keep your left knee bent, gaze over your left fingers. Warrior 2, Virabhadrasana 2. Letting your hands come just above your shoulders, maybe letting your shoulders off the hook a little bit. Still strengthening through your arms and your legs and opening through your chest and your legs. Beautiful. Pivot your bones to the other side. Bring your gaze over your right fingertips. Lifting through your chest and coming out of your lower back. We tend to hang out in our lower back. Feel that lift, feel that relief. Windmill your arms over your bent knee. Plant your hands and turn your back heel up. Send your front leg back to your lower push-up position. Gaze out, lower down. Inhale, peel up, look up. Exhale, lift your hips up and back. Bend your knees, gaze between your thumbs, and step or hop through to sit down on your bottom. Let your legs come straight out in front of you. Bring your arms alongside your body to Dandasana, your staff pose. Sitting up tall. Checking in with your bandhas that you locked at the beginning of your practice. Your Mula Bandha, lifting your pelvic floor. Uddiyana Bandha, taking your belly button back towards your spine. And then adding Jalahara Bandha here, your throat lock. Tucking your chin in slightly so that your spine's in one line. This posture brings you to attention to yourself, just like Samastita Hi. Paschimottanasana, letter A. Inhale, circle your arms overhead and look up. Exhale, fold. Take your first two fingers to bind your big toes. Inhale, come halfway up and look up. Exhale, fold. Gaze at your toes, keeping your spine long. Beautiful. Once you get to your seated postures, you start to purify and cleanse your body. Inhale, come halfway up, look up. Exhale, release. Take your hands behind you, plant your hands behind you so that your fingers are facing your bottom. Press into your hands and lift your hips, Purvottanasana. Inhale, lift a little more. Exhale, come down. Taking the option of sitting here and breathing, or taking a half vinyasa, lifting through your hands and your feet, planting your hands, sending your feet back to your lower push-up and lowering down, just like you did before, peeling up, lifting your hips up and back, and then stepping or hopping through to sit down. Or you can also take a bump here, pressing into your hands and lifting whatever lifts. Janu Sirsasana, head to knee pose. Take your right foot into your left thigh. Let your right knee fall open. Square your hips to your straight leg and fold over your straight leg. Take a bind with your left foot if it's available. Inhale, come halfway up and look up. Exhale, fold. Gaze at your toes. Breathe. This posture has a slight twist in it, stimulating your detoxification process. It's also slimming and massaging your organs. Inhale, come halfway up, look up. Exhale, release. Switch sides. Use your breath to guide you into your edge here. Soften around your edge. Rather than forcing, let there be no force. Let just the weight of your top body ease you into flexibility. Inhale, come halfway up. Exhale, release. Take your option of sitting and waiting, or taking a half vinyasa, or taking a bump, pressing into your hands and lifting whatever lifts. Ashtanga, letter C. Bend your right knee, plant your right foot. Inhale, lift through your right arm. Exhale, bring your right hand behind you. Inhale, lift through your left hand. Exhale, hook your left elbow on the outside of your right knee. Spin your gaze behind you. Let your left toes point toward yourself, engaging your legs. Every time you inhale, feel your spine grow long. Every time you exhale, twist a little deeper. Feel free to take a hand mudra here. A mudra is a hand gesture, maybe bringing your thumb and your right finger together to touch, to let you know that everything's okay. Exhale, empty out. Inhale, come center, and switch sides. Ashtanga is dedicated to the famous sage Marichi. Exhale, empty out. Inhale, come center. And then take a bump, sit and wait, or take a half vinyasa. Coming right into Navasana, your boat pose. Lift your hands and your feet. You can take your hands underneath your knees to lift through your chest, or you can let your hands come out alongside your body, lifting your palms to the sky, letting your palms face up, or you can straighten through your legs if you want even more intensity, strengthening your core here, gazing at your toes. Inhale, everybody, lift a little more. Exhale, come down, take a half vinyasa or a bump, or come down to your back. Bend your knees, plant your feet closer to your body, and take your hands closer to your heels. You have the option here to press into your modified bridge and lift your hips, or you can take your hands by your ears if it's in your practice to take a full back bend. Inhale, lift a little more. Exhale, come down with control. Let your legs come straight and your arms come overhead to recline mountain with arms overhead. Take a breath. Moving back into a back bend of your choice, bend your knees, bring your hands closer to your heels. Taking another back bend of your choice, either your modified bridge or your Urdhva Dhanurasana, your full back bend. Inhale, lift a little more. Exhale, come down with control. Hug your knees into your chest. Take a gentle rock from right to left. And then let your legs swing up and overhead so that you can rock forward and backward and come to seated. Send your legs back out in front of you. Paschimottanasana, inhale, circle your arms overhead, look up. Exhale, fold. Take a bind of your choice. You can bind your big toes again if you'd like, or you can wrap your hands around your feet. Inhale, come halfway up, look up. Exhale, fold. Gaze at your toes. These gazes keep your attention. They strengthen your attention. They stretch your eyes. They also allow your spine to stay long when in each position. Gazing at your toes. Inhale, come halfway up. Exhale, release. Take a half vinyasa, a bump, or come down to your back. You choose. Being mindful of what's behind you. If there's something behind you, scoot forward a little bit. Let your arms come alongside your body and swing your legs up and overhead if it's available to you. If it's past your edge, just keep your legs lifted to the sky. Wiggle your elbows in, take the small of your back with your hands, and then come up one leg at a time to Salamba Sarvangasana, your shoulder stand. Does that feel okay? This posture is what your practice has led up to, these finishing postures, allowing you to drain your lymphatic system, boosting your immune system, and receiving all of the blood from your legs down to your heart to pump throughout your body. Freshly oxygenated blood. Breathe. Slowly let your legs come back down overhead with control to plow halasana. Getting the deepest spinal stretch that is available to you. You can keep your hands on the small of your back, or you can take your hands and bring your forearms to the floor and clasp your hands, pressing your palms into the earth. Breathe. Karni Pidasana, ear pressure pose. Bend your knees. Take the small of your back with your hands again if they were clasped, and let your knees come closer to your ears. This is your sensory deprivation posture. This allows you to shut out the world. This is how yogis used to shut out the world. Now extend through your legs, keep them close to your body as you come down one vertebrae at a time. Let your legs come down, take a breath. Let your arms wiggle into your sides, press into your elbows, lift your head off the mat so you can come onto the crown of your head for fish pose Matsyasana. Counterbalancing your shoulder stand, giving you an opposing stretch through your neck, stimulating your thyroid gland here. If it's enough for you, stay here. If you want more, then you can take your hands at a 45-degree angle out from your heart. And you can also lift your legs if you want a little bit more than that, bringing them also at a 45-degree angle. Press back into your elbows and round your chin into your chest. Coming back down. Hug your knees into your chest. Rock from side to side, giving yourself a little massage. And now let your knees fall to the right. Open your arms to a T and let your head fall to the left. If this is enough for you, you can stay here. If you want a little bit deeper of a twist, you can scoot your hips more towards your center line. You can straighten through your top leg, or you can straighten through both of your legs. Hug your knees into your chest. Take a gentle rock from right to left. And then switch sides. Notice how you're feeling as you draw toward the end of your practice. As you've moved all 6 ways a healthy spine moves, you've taken a forward fold, a back bend, you've twisted to the right, twisted to the left, taken a side bend to the right and a side bend to the left, allowing your spine to receive nutrients, to be lubricated so you move with ease in your daily life. You've balanced each side of your body and brought harmony to your body. Hug your knees into your chest. Take a gentle rock from right to left. And then release your legs down to the edges of your mat. If there's anything that your body's asking for before taking rest, then give your body whatever it's calling for. take your feet to the edges of your mat. Let your feet fall open. Bring your arms alongside your body. Let your palms face up. Wiggle your shoulders down into their natural space. This posture, Shavasana, it allows all of your organs to float up into their natural space, and it allows your body to recharge. You've all worked very hard to bring yourself to this place of meditation. This is why we do yoga. To come to this place with no responsibilities, where you can really be at ease. Take rest, take rest, take rest. Wiggle your toes and wiggle your fingers, bringing life back into your body. Let movement ripple into your wrist and your ankles. Turn your head from side to side. Bring your arms overhead, bring your legs together as one. Take a deep, nourishing inhale for the big stretch. Exhale, hug your knees into your chest. Rock from side to side until you're ready to rock all the way onto your right side to pause in fetal pose. Finding gratitude for coming to your mat to practice. And then letting your gratitude expand to those around you for sharing this practice with you. Take your time coming to sit up. Inhale, circle your arms overhead to collect the benefits of your practice. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart to seal this practice into your heart. The greatest strength that yoga can give us is the sweet vulnerability that fills our tender heart after a practice, and the spiritual strength that comes along with it. Thank you all so much for growing spiritually stronger and taking this time for your body. Namaste. Good work, everyone. If you have any questions, let me know.